What's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 25 of the Rundown, Charleston's own gaming podcast.
Everything is canceled.
Yeah.
Everything is canceled. It's crazy.
You're not wrong.
What's the news to report this week? There's no news because nothing's happening because everything's canceled.
I was actually very surprised when I was doing articles last night, like what all was out. Like I even thought about like not doing anything today.
Mhm.
Just texting this morning, like, hey, take a day off, because with the coronavirus going around, there wouldn't be any news to report. Everything's canceled. Sorry, go make sure you wash your hands. Like there would have been no point in doing this today. But then there
Clean them nasty ass controllers too.
right, yeah, and you're in your phones and everything else. No, so I mean, then I got to look at it and everything. I was like, oh, so there actually is a little bit to report on. So it's not that bad.
Yeah, I know. And there's been a couple of game releases in the last week too. So I mean, it's not been like a total dud, but
Right.
I mean, with the concern of like coronavirus and everything, people are being a little hesitant about doing stuff and pushing things back or canceling them altogether.
Yeah.
But we'll get into that.
Mm-hmm. So what you been up to this week?
Just Division 2 stuff
Not getting sick.
and not getting sick. That was a close one too. Well, I was sick for like 2 days, but I don't think it had anything to do with COVID-19. But it was
COVID-19.
that's a scientific name. It was a little scary though, because like I didn't know, but it was fun.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
good. I mean, just get you some Krispy Kreme and like a latte from Starbucks, and you'll be immune. It's
I
like
do
every other girl.
I do not want to try to go to that Krispy Kreme at all.
The new one in Lassen?
Yeah, 'cause isn't it still like a madhouse over there?
Oh yeah, it is. It's
Yeah.
still wrapped around. I mean, I have one right on Savannah Highway that's still a madhouse and it's been there for years. But I go to Duck Donuts. So.
Oh God, this podcast is canceled.
So much better than Krispy Kreme.
Podcast is canceled.
So we went to California Dreaming last night, and we were talking about donuts or whatever, and then we were talking about the new one that's over there on Lansing, and Michelle was just talking about how she loves Krispy Kreme and it's her favorite donut place, and then I make the comment to say that I prefer Duck Donuts if I'm gonna go somewhere and get a donut. My 6-year-old, not even in the conversation, sitting there, next to me, goes, "I love Dunkin' Donuts."
Such a daddy's boy. Oh my God.
I was like nobody loves Dunkin' Donuts.
Except for you.
No, I said Duck Donuts.
Oh,
Not-
Duck Donuts. I thought that was a hillbilly coming out, and you Duck Donut. I know what you're talking about now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Is
like
they-
a mom and pop shop.
It is, but they're amazing.
Yeah, but I'm saying like between the two like competitors, like Krispy Kreme is obviously superior.
I mean, obviously, yes.
yeah,
but
I'd rather have a
I think
dough.
Dunkin'
nut.
Donuts has better coffee, though.
Yeah, you don't go to Krispy Kreme for the fucking coffee. You stop at Dunkin' Donuts. You get your dozen for I forget how much it is now, and then you go to Starbucks and get your coffee or whatever coffee place. Bean and Go. I don't know. Whatever you have in your local area.
Which is whatever,
Yeah.
So Division, no Destiny this week?
No, that expansion is weird. It's
Is there just not a lot to do?
well, no, it's like it's grindy. Like okay, so you can't even continue the story without ranking up like the new obelisk thing, which is like it's like a
Yeah.
I forget what it's called, like a bunker or whatever, and you have to buy a weapon bounty and complete it, but you can't get a weapon bounty until rank 3. And I did the math, and I forget where I have it, but like you get 10 of one currency per bounty completion, and then there's X amount of currency to buy an upgrade for the thing, and then that upgrade rewards you with another thing, and then that's what levels up your bunker. But it takes forever to get any of that, and the only place to get it is from bounties or doing the new public event, and the public event takes forever, and it's new, and nobody knows what the hell's going on, and so it's just that and trials.
Yeah. I heard about Trials coming back.
Yeah, it's not fun. The new armor's cool, but that's it. That's why I just stuck with the Division this week, because like I'd much rather do that. There's more shit to grind.
Mm-hmm.
It's way more fun. I just can't. I couldn't handle the new Destiny, which is weird because you never think I would say that because I'm always on Destiny, but not this month.
Nope.
Nope.
Well, I mean, that's fine. I mean, there's other games out there you can play. You got The Division. You got you can still finish Uncharted.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
You can still go back and play The Last of Us before Part 2 comes out. I mean, you know, if they quarantine us for 14 days and, you know, martial law comes into effect and we can't freaking leave our house. You know?
I gotta start getting prepared for the apocalypse,
Yeah.
which they are talking about. National Guards coming into some states, so get ready.
Corona time. Yeah. So I was kind of back and forth with a few different games this week. I played so of course The Division. I was playing that on PC. And then because I was watching The Witcher, I did go ahead and they put The Witcher plus all the DLC on Xbox Game Pass. So I started playing that. And then I also started playing Ori and the Will of the Wisps.
I did not know what that game was until I had to watch like a little preview. I didn't know it was like a 2D platformer.
Yeah, it is.
It's cool.
It's super cool. Well, it's one of those stories that doesn't have any words or lines. I mean, there's a few in there, but it's one of those stories that don't have any, you know, words or lines, but yet you still know exactly what's going on. And it's a very heartfelt story about this creature, and you know, they adopt this owl, and because this owl was like left all by its lonesome, and it's just, you know, and then they raise this owl with them and they teach it to fly and just the whole nine. And there's this big crawling around spider octopus looking thing. I don't know, very heartfelt story, but the color, the artwork is like super awesome, like deep blacks and very deep purples and things like that. So it's a very, very good. I really want to finish it. But no, I've just been playing those three things and watching The Witcher.
Nice. Are you so I know you've been kind of stuck with like your PlayStation issue. So like you're still grinding out Division on PC, right? You still getting a little bit more used to it, or?
Well, you mean as far as like the controls?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I refuse to play with mouse and keyboard. Will not do it. So I bought the like $25 Bluetooth adapter for the Xbox One controller. So that's just how I play. I play like that.
I don't think anybody's mad at you.
No, I couldn't. So I mean, I play like that, but I think I'm down to like one guy left on like out of the four before Aaron Keener. But I mean, it's just busy week, work, wife works, kid, you know, all that good shit. So
all the things.
All the adulting things.
Adulting's stupid.
Yeah. But besides that, we do have Cyberpunk news. Turns out that Reggie is not retired and living on a beach somewhere, and it's official. E3 2020 has been canceled. But we will go ahead and get into that now. Number one, Cyberpunk has revealed its look for the feminine protagonist. Do you ever play as a female? So the reason that I ask is...
I don't want to sound sexist, but no, I don't.
Well, John does. No matter what game, John always plays as a female. And he makes them look like as butchy as he possibly could.
I'm actually into it.
And then I was watching a review the other day for something, and Greg Miller, apparently when he plays Fallout every single time, like Fallout comes out, he makes a female character, and he always names her Taylor Swift. It's pretty hilarious. But from Joseph Noop over at IGN, Cyberpunk 2077 developed CD Projekt Red is celebrating International Women's Day by showing off an updated depiction of the feminine version of the protagonist, 5. The new artwork is also Cyberpunk. I was about to say CM Punk. Cyberpunk's 2077's reversible box art. CD Projekt Red shared the new look from the official Cyberpunk 2077 Twitter account. 5. I was thinking 5. It's probably V.
It is V.
It's V. Oh, fucking Roman numeral bullshit. V still looks like the hardened citizen of Night City we've seen in other trailers and screenshots with a few key differences. The feminine version of 5 V, wow. V now has a much brighter red hair, pierced ears, and some minor changes to her face. It appears some of the smoky eyeshadow is gone, and the lines in her face, we assume, an indicator of some past bodily modification or repair. swoop a little lower on her cheeks now. The official Cyberpunk 2077 Twitter account confirmed in multiple tweets that this new image will be the reverse box art cover, so you can decide whether you have a masculine or feminine V gracing your game. The character customization will be a core part of Cyberpunk 2077. Unlike the most set in stone Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, players were able to change their V's body type, clothes, hairstyle, tattoo, makeup, skin tone, and more. CD Projekt Red is also allowing players to choose a body type rather than strictly defined gender, although the studio was criticized last year for a problematic depiction of a transgender person on an in-game poster in demo footage, which other changes,
I feel like this is just a box art thing. Like, because if you're creating your own character, what does it matter? Like, I mean, she's going to look different anyway. I mean, I get why they did it, but
right.
Like, I mean, like it was a International Women's Day, which is awesome. They're celebrating it, but I don't think.
Did you ever see? You remember that scene in Deadpool? And this is gonna sound really bad and really sexist, but anytime somebody says International Women's Day, I don't think of women. I think of the Deadpool scene where she whips out the strap on.
Yeah, he's like, oh no. I mean, she does look cool. I mean, I was a fan of her before, but like I said, I mean, if you're creating your own character, and it's only going to show up in cutscenes, and you don't see her any other time than that, then I guess it's irrelevant.
But it makes it sound like this is something very new to them. So let's just go out on a limb here and say that this is this is new to them, and it's something different they're implementing in their game. Are there other changes that you would like to see other game developers make in their games that could become something more common?
I mean, I don't want to like pick on certain games because like there's certain games that like don't do things that other games do that I really wish they did. Destiny and Division being two of them. But I mean, like, no. I mean, there's some. I think some games are just over concentrated with stuff, and some stuff needs to be taken out. But no. I can't really think of anything. That's the first time I can't really think of it. I'm just stumped.
Okay. No, I mean, I was just curious. I mean, I kind of like how has there ever been a game where, like, if you're playing co-op, like, that person's in the background in the cinema scene as well? Like, I think that would be kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like in Destiny when you are playing co-op, and you see the cinema scene or the cutscene, like, it's just you and the character. And I like how they've been able to take that cutscene and make it to where, like, the way that you've built your character looks in that cutscene. That's super cool. But I would like to also see the people that I'm also playing with in the background as well with me.
Right. So it makes a little bit more sense.
Right. Exactly.
Because like you'll be doing something with like 3 or 4 other people, whatever the case might be, and then as soon as the cutscene happens, they're gone, and then it's just like you're in the exact same room. Like the cutscene takes place in the same room that you walked into, but all of a sudden they're just gone.
Right.
Yeah. I know what you're saying. Yeah.
No.
I would appreciate something like that. Yeah.
All right, number 2.
Thank you, by the way. I needed that.
For what?
For, like, chipping in and helping me answer that question.
Oh, no, it's fine. Reggie Fils Aime appointed to GameStop board of directors. No, that's so weird.
Why?
He has done so much for Nintendo over the years.
Yeah.
And I feel like he just stooped to a new low. He could have went anywhere. He could have went to Sony or Microsoft or Apple.
Why would he go to the competitors
Google,
when he can just go to and be the overlord of everything?
He reminds me of like, you ever watch Gary Vee?
Yeah.
Okay, it reminds me of Gary Vee. Like Gary Vee's big motto is like, I love to lose. I love to like start from the bottom and build it back up and then sell it. Right. And I kind of feel like that's what he's doing now.
Well, I feel like they probably brought him in because he did do so much for Nintendo. He was there for, 15, 20 years? And,
all right, hey, sorry. Apparently they're announcing school closures at 4 p.m.
Oh, word.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Go for
it. No, I was just saying he was with Nintendo for 15, 20 years. Yeah. He was there for was he there for the Wii?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was there for the Wii.
So he's there for the Wii, the Switch, all that stuff. He brought everything to the forefront, got Nintendo off its knees and standing right up where it should be.
Yeah, because about the time of the Wii is when like it started to like go downhill. Yeah, the Switch is what really brought them out of that deficit.
Right, and then like what was it, the DS that came out, like not the DS but the other handheld they had, like in between the Wii and the Switch. Wasn't there like another one?
Well, I mean, you had like the 2DS and the 3DS, and then you had like the 3DS XL.
Yeah, that was during his. Yeah. So I mean, he's done a lot for the company. Well, I mean, and if they want to bring him in and hope that he can do the same thing for their company, I feel like he'd probably be the best one to do it.
Well, Rebecca Valentine at GameIndustry.biz, GameStop has appointed former Nintendo of America head Reggie Fils to its board of directors alongside former CEO of Walmart U.S. William Bill Simon and current PetSmart president. These are two opposite ends of the spectrum.
Nah.
President and CEO James J.K. That's literally what it says. These appointments are effective immediately, bolstering the GameStop board of head of retirement of current board members from their roles beginning in June of 2020 and planned retirement of Jerome Davis and Tom Kelly in 2021. GameStop lead independent director Kathy Verbeek will succeed Mr. DiMatteo as board of chair beginning in June. Additionally, GameStop has adjusted its corporate governance to target an average board tenure for independent directors of less than 10 years and in rotation of the committee members and chairs in approximately every 5 years. The board refreshment and government enhancement announced today represents an important milestone in GameStop's transformation as we continue to evolve in the company's business strategy for a long-term success, said the GameStop CEO George Sherman. We are pleased to welcome Reggie, Bill, and JK to the board. They are each highly qualified and bring significant and relevant experience to our turnaround. I'm very curious of what the guy from PetSmart's got to bring to GameStop.
Stuff for Animal Crossing, I guess.
Hey. I want to play that game so much. Oh, I want to play Animal Crossing.
I mean, it looks interesting.
I mean, it's definitely not your type of game, but I definitely would love to try it.
No, it's 100% not. Unfortunately, sorry for that.
You've offended all those little Animal Crossers out there. So what do you?
Okay. I just really hope. I just want trading credit to be trading credit again.
So you want to buy a $60 game and hate it and be able to take it back and get $55?
Yeah, more than like 12. That's all. Just make it a good place to go again. Like now, I mean, I was at the mall the other day and we stopped in GameStop and dude, it's just a desert in there. Nobody's in there. It's dead as hell. Mm-hmm. I feel really bad for the people who have to just sit there and just wait out their 6-8 hour shift, just miserable because nobody's in there.
I hate how small they are.
Mm-hmm.
That's my biggest problem. Like it's like a little corner office. Like it's just I don't like this. That's my biggest like complaint with them.
Like I love you guys, but sometimes you go in there and there's like that gamer that's stuck in the basement or in the garage, and he somehow made it out, and it's just like
he somehow made it out.
He just smells like 3-day-old like open Doritos and flat Mountain Dew, and it's like, dude, like, yeah, open it up so there's more space. I
mean, no, you're right.
The mall might be a little bit better.
Do you think they'll be able to save it?
I don't know.
Is GameStop even savable? Let's think about that.
Right. Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. Like, I mean, this might be like their Hail Mary. Like, I don't know how much they're paying this dude, but this might be like their last ditch effort to try to be relevant again, because we're in a digital age now. Nobody wants hard copies of anything. Like we've discussed it before. Like the only thing that really GameStop has is like collectible stuff.
Right.
Which is cool, but you can't run a business off collectible shit because the same stuff there you can get online, like on Amazon or on a website somewhere. Half the stuff they have at GameStop besides the exclusives you can buy.
Let's stop right there for a quick second. So you know how everybody's out of toilet paper? I was like, hey, cool, I'll go on Amazon, I'll buy toilet paper. I'm gonna be super fucking smart. No, apparently there's like millions of other smart people out there too, because it's not on Amazon either.
Dude,
I just want to throw that out there.
They were selling bottles of like sanitizer and like Lysol and stuff on Amazon for like $20-$30. I was like, this is stupid.
Price inflation.
Yeah, like you can't price gouge.
But it's weird to me. Like, where did the toilet paper part come from? Like, we have hurricanes and shit that shut. You know, God forbid, South Carolina has a snow day. It's a state of emergency. Like, and everybody's buying up water and bread. But this is like the first time that toilet paper's ever been a big. Like, do we know why? I'm just curious.
It's
the flu does the coronavirus give you like massive amounts of diarrhea?
Yeah,
like,
have you not had coronavirus before?
I have not.
Dude, it messes your belly up.
So, I got a question for you. I honestly don't know if I've ever asked you this. Were you a skater? Did you skate back in the day?
Yes. No. Well, you talking about like on skateboard or?
Yeah.
No.
Mm-mm.
I bladed until I found out what that meant, and then I just stopped. My parents have never been more proud.
Evan was a skater, right?
Evan's still a skater.
He still skates.
Mhm.
Okay. I recall seeing a skateboard of his.
Yeah.
Would you like to see a new Tony Hawk game? Would you play it?
No.
No?
I haven't played his. I know people want a good Tony Hawk back because like the last good one was like Tony Hawk 2. Or Tony
Underground.
Pro Skater
Underground was
2.
cool.
Yeah.
I think Underground's pretty much where it stopped, though.
We played the Skate series, and we really enjoyed that one.
Didn't Rob Dyrdek have something to do with the Skate series?
I don't know. Who cares?
I think we're like stuck in that nostalgic time frame.
Everybody, when we've discussed this multiple times about movies, TV shows, video games, there are no original ideas anymore anywhere. So,
but how do you take a skate game and turn it into an original idea, though?
You don't let it die.
Some people want to play a skate game. I am never going to fly, a really big airplane. But hey, I have, airplane simulator now.
Is there a trophy for going to all 37,000 airports?
I don't know. Why don't you Google the trophy list for Flight Simulator?
For Microsoft Flight Simulator?
Flight Simulator. No, I don't know. I'd like a decent, skateboarding game. What do you think? Give me one with a story. Like, that'd be super cool. Like, when I think of all these random-ass games, I think of, taking a random-ass game. Flight Simulator. Perfect example. But give me, like, a Last of Us, God of War, Spider-Man, Naughty Dog storyline to it. Bruh.
Dude, no. What was that movie with Tom Hanks?
Castaway?
Sully.
Oh, Sully, yeah.
Yeah, and then you have to, like do that exact thing, like where he landed it.
In the river.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that would be awesome.
So is there a trophy list for it?
I'm just still pulling it up. Hang on. It's just so nobody. There's probably not.
There are. It's just old boomers. Just boomers playing Microsoft Flight Simulator.
Oh wait, here's full list of all 16 island. Oh no, this isn't it. This is. There's not.
All right, so if there is a trophy list, will you do it? Will you platinum it?
No, I'm not even. I don't
Come
even own.
on.
I don't even own a gaming PC.
You know what? I'm not.
It.
Don't even take. Don't nobody even take that seriously because that's exactly what you said about Death Stranding.
Yeah, but do you really think that was $35? You really think I'm gonna go buy a $1,200 gaming PC just so I can play Microsoft Flight Simulator?
Oh, is that not on all consoles?
No.
Oh, they're not. They're gonna put Goat Simulator on all the consoles, but they're not gonna put Microsoft Flight Simulator on it.
Yes, and I would pay $1,200 for Goat Simulator too. I'm just kidding.
Your priorities are all the hell out of whack. Speaking of $1,200 gaming computer, I know you played Horizon.
Yeah.
I remember staying up with Evan until like 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning, like helping him get the suit. You gotta collect all those. Sorry, timer.
Just guiding him through it, or?
Yeah, just like guiding him through it, helping him get the suit and like the trophies and stuff like that. I love that game. I thought that game was freaking amazing. That is another game I would actually love to go back and like replay.
Dude, why am I doing this? I'm an idiot. I'm trying to Google the same shit on my phone that I could just Google on the
iPod.
I'm dumb. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, so it's coming to PC.
It is going to PC.
Everybody's mad about it for whatever reason.
Who's mad about it? Is it the Sony people that are mad about it, or
yeah? Basically, they're like, well, what's the point of having a PlayStation exclusive, and then if you're just gonna port it over to PC? It's like, who gives a shit? That game came out 3 years ago.
You've had enough time to go and buy a PS4 to play this fucking game.
Yeah, and like you should be happy that like they're gonna give it to PC people because that might bring them over to PlayStation because like oh shit, PlayStation makes really cool exclusives.
Mm-hmm. No,
Like,
I agree with you.
Man,
I don't see the argument. I don't understand what's like I said. I don't understand what there's to be upset about. You're getting a game. Go play the game. Go be happy about the game.
like, don't I'm gonna get castrated for this. But gamers, listen to me, are some of the most asinine, ridiculous people on the planet. Overly opinionated, and nobody gives a shit. Nobody cares. Like, they don't. Like, why are you mad about a game that came out 3 years ago because it's going to PC? Who cares? There's games that come out on all 3 consoles at the same time.
But it's okay, because we all hate mobile gamers.
Yeah, is that even a classification? But calm down. It's not a big deal. Get over it. You still get to play it on PlayStation. They're not going to stop making exclusives because this happened. Just chill out. Relax. Go buy some toilet paper and hand sanitizer and clean your scuffy-ass PlayStation controller and just be cool, man. It's okay.
Do I need to? I probably need to clean mine. I probably need to wipe mine down.
Yeah, mine needs to clean up.
Now that you actually say that, I'm actually
And I'm sorry for whoever I just pissed off, and I really hope we get some dislikes. But that just lets us know that
we're real YouTubers now.
Yeah, that just lets me know that that I was right. So thank you for the justification.
That's right. Number 5. It's official. E3 2020 has been canceled by Alex Avard over at Games Radar.
Oh, sorry. Rewind real quick.
Yep.
Sorry. It's all Microsoft Flight Simulator is also on Xbox One. So you
it's on.
Yeah, so I thought it was just a straight PC. But no, so you get to play it.
See, that's another thing. I love Game Pass. I will die with Game Pass.
Yeah.
But I don't like how they do their like scoring system because it's all like it's not a gear score, but it's just like what's your gaming score, I guess, is whatever how Microsoft does it. As to where like Sony does it as like a trophy count. Right. And I just like there's you go and you do things to earn a gamer score, and then you go and compare that to other gamers as to where you can do the same thing with trophy. I don't know. I just like the trophy aspect better. Thank you, Sony. Okay, well that's cool. I might try it just for the heck of it. Be like, I'll download it for 5 minutes, go fly an airplane, take off, and be like, okay, cool. Got my rocks off. I'm done now. Whatever. I miss
my rocks.
I miss back in the day when you could go and buy a magazine, like a Game Informer magazine, and it came with like a little demo disc inside of it.
Those times are long gone. That hasn't happened since like PlayStation 2 days, right? Or no, they might have did it for.
So the only reason that I don't know the answer to this question is because honestly I don't look it up. I really don't ever look for it. But do they offer demos on the PS Store?
Some, yeah,
they do. Okay,
yeah. I mean, it's random, and it's a lot of times it's like sport games or like sometimes they'll put like a AAA will put out like a first level of something or whatever. Just
okay, because I do it all the time on the Switch for little man. He thinks he has the game, so I'll sit there and I'll give him these demos, but I don't ever look for them on the PlayStation.
Wow, Michael. Wow,
look, man, parents gotta do what parents gotta do.
If I didn't do that, I'd be broke.
Right. E3 2020 has officially been canceled by its organizers. The Entertainment Software Association, ESA, in the wake of the public health concerns surrounding continued spread of COVID-19 disease across the globe. In a statement announcing the news, the ESA cited an ongoing dangers posed by the coronavirus as the overriding factor behind its decision to cancel this year's iteration of the annual gaming exhibition. After careful consultation with our members and companies regarding the health and safety of everyone in our industry, our fans and employees or exhibitors, and our longtime E3 partners, we have made the difficult decision to cancel E3 2020, scheduled for June 9th through the 11th in Los Angeles. Statement below says, following GDC's movement, the ESA also looking at holding an online experience this June. We are also exploring the options with our members to coordinate an online experience to showcase the industry announcement and news in June 2020. We look forward to bringing E3 2020 as a reimagined event that brings fans, media, and the industry together in a showcase that celebrates the global video game industry. The ESA official announcement follows previous reports that the organizers has made the decision to shutter the show earlier this week and the working on plans to set up an online-focused alternative in the Expo's physical absence, which today is confirmed. A number of events have been canceled in the wake of COVID-19, including GDCs, South by Southwest, while rumblings of the potential PS5 delay and Xbox Series X delay continue to fester given the production pipelines that have been heavily affected by the spread of the disease across the country.
This was easy for him.
Oh,
They were going to cancel anyway.
I took my days off.
I mean, well, dude, I would still take them.
I mean, I took E3 off. I took Ghost of Tsushima off, and I took Last of Us off. So this is not a bad thing, and the reason this is not it's a very big deal and it's a very small deal at the exact same time. It's a very big deal because this has never happened. It's something very new to them. It's obviously an adjustment or a changing period. To kind of all of a sudden have to scramble around and do something new, which really, really sucks. Especially for everybody who's already bought a ticket or planned on going, and especially since this is still very new to the public.
Yeah.
But then this is also not such a big deal because just because you don't have E3 doesn't mean that you don't have these conferences. These conferences are something that E3 allows Ubisoft, Square Enix, Sony, not anymore, Microsoft, Nintendo to do at their show. Their conferences aren't E3. E3 is actually just the physical booths and demos and, publishers and all those media gatherers on the show floor. That's actually E3. So you could technically take those conferences away and you still have E3. So that's kind of why it's a big deal and not such a big deal, because these companies, like Sony has showed with the Sony Direct or the
PlayStation Experience. Or
PlayStation Experience or the Nintendo Direct or, State of Play. That's what it is. State of Play.
That's it, yeah.
So all these other companies can go and do the exact same thing and it be perfectly fine, which eventually, who knows, maybe one day it'll probably be like that to begin with. Each company's going to have a set day. Hey, coming this Friday, you're getting X, Y, and Z, which we're supposed to be getting one for Sony, if I'm not mistaken. Next Friday, I believe. I'll have to look into that. But, yeah, so that's why it's not too much of a big deal. I mean,
it's not. And everything that they show off really, like, they say it's like developer gameplay or whatever when, like, somebody's playing it on stage. I don't buy that crap. But everything that you see at E3 can be uploaded to YouTube, right? Or whatever. So, like, you're not going to miss information by E3 not happening. Like, you're still going to get articles and videos and trailers and gameplay and all that stuff. Like, it's not a big deal. E3's been dying anyway, and coronavirus was just the easy way out for them. So,
well, who knows? Maybe this would give them like a whole year off to kind of like revamp it and come back new and fresh and hot next year and hopefully pick themselves off the floor. And you can't say that it can't be done because you have, look at how much shit we talked about The Division. And now that's all you've been playing this week. You know?
Yeah. I'm a hypocrite.
Or, GameStop. I mean, if Reggie is going to leave Nintendo,
Yeah.
And I think Reggie's thing, though, going back on that for a second, I think Reggie's big thing was, think of it like Jim Carrey. We all know Jim Carrey went crazy. And my biggest theory on Jim Carrey going crazy was Jim Carrey became an actor and he set out to do everything that he, possibly wanted and could do, and he did. Pollen. So, he won Oscars, he did these movies, he won all these awards, he accomplished everything he could. And, like, at that point, you go kind of crazy. Like, shit, what else is there left me to do? I still have a life to live. So I think it's kind of like with Reggie. I feel like maybe he kind of did everything he could do at Nintendo. So he just kind of felt like maybe, I'm going to go off and try and do something over here. A little fun fact here. Did you know that Gary Vee was also asked to be part of the board of directors for KFC?
Oh, really?
Yes, so Gary Vee is board of director for KFC.
That's Random. Okay.
It was random. I don't know why I thought, but I kind of feel like, yes, revamp it, make it something new, off the ground.
Yeah. It's like I said, you get most of your information from the internet anyway. Like no, the only I am jealous of the people that are able to afford to take the time off and spend the money to go to these conferences. But at the same token, I'm still getting just as much information as you are, if not more, because I can just watch it immediately as it's uploaded, and you're still waiting in line to get into a booth or whatever, and there's already 20 people ahead of you that have recorded gameplay. So it's not that big of a deal. Just think of it as Horizon Zero Dawn. It's not that big of a deal. Get over it. You're still going to get your information. You'll be okay. I promise. And if not, you need to reevaluate your life, because gaming is not that big, not that serious.
All right, cool. Last and final story. Looks like COVID-19 could delay the PS4 and Xbox Series X. This is from This is actually this is a new site here. So, games.mxdown.com. Published by Griffin Gilman. DFC Intelligence issued a new report making predictions on the upcoming console release and their impact on the market. In the report, DFC Intelligence speculates that Sony and Microsoft are more than likely going to miss their holiday 2020 release dates for the new console generation. DFC Intelligence claims that their likely delay will come from disrupt supply chains as COVID-19 spreads and more businesses either close or switch to remote work. DFC Intelligence did note later in the report the novel virus is currently in a very unpredictable state. They said that if the virus situation would clear in the next few weeks, there would be more than enough time to reestablish the supply lines to hit the current release date, although the market will have already been heavily damaged. And the consoles will most likely release at a higher than normal price. AMD, who supplies parts for both PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X, said that they are still on track to meet their quotas as the panic in China has started to subside, although AMD is still weary of the potential disruption as COVID-19 and the following panic is still spreading in Europe along with North America. Despite the potential stepbacks, DFC Intelligence and IHS Harding Rolls are expected that the sales on the next generation consoles will surpass the launch milestone set by the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One. They claim that consumer demand is higher than ever and that the market base is exponentially growing. DFC Intelligence expects that the demand for the consoles will be larger than what Microsoft or Sony will initially supply, even if the systems are not impacted by the virus. That's not surprising.
It's not that big of a deal. You still got a console to play on. It's going to come out. You'll get it eventually. Relax. Sorry.
Yeah, but we want it now, though.
I know.
You want it now. Don't even lie.
I'm okay. There's not enough titles out. They haven't announced it. They don't even know what the motherfucker looks like, except for the Xbox. But that's it. We know.
Right, but for everybody's on my side, sometimes we just want things new. Sometimes we get tired of the old stuff.
And that's the problem with the people of today.
I'm part of that people of today.
You get tired of one thing and then you get rid of it. You don't realize how good the one thing was, and how awesome it was, and then you just toss it to the side like yesterday's trash.
Like Woody from Toy Story.
Yeah, put yourself in Woody's shoes. Okay, put yourself in Woody's shoes. Imagine how he felt, especially in 4. He was just trying to hang on to that.
I have no idea. I haven't watched Toy Story in so long.
He was just trying to. Yeah, I don't know. I fell asleep. Anyway, it's not that big of a deal.
7 years though. All right.
Yeah.
7 years. We waited. I'm ready.
Could you imagine a world? Just
okay.
Let's
think about this for a second.
Think about it. Imagine a world. We're still in the same year.
2020.
2020.
All right.
No consoles. Video games were never invented. Ever. Not the thought of it. Nothing. Could you
just video games though? We're not talking movies or anything. Music,
right. Just video games. Could people? I guess if you don't know about it, you don't know about it. But it wouldn't be a big deal. But I mean, could you like just think about like there were never video games.
What would you be doing?
It'd be like 1970. Well, I don't know. Probably watching TV, movies, spending outside time. I guess I don't know.
What the fuck would you be doing outside?
I don't know. See,
I love you, but you're not like a hiker or a rock climber.
No, I'm barely a walker.
Yeah, I would definitely probably be hiking.
Yeah,
traveling a lot.
I mean, I'm sure
probably
people would
traveling a lot.
And honestly, I would probably be a lot more active too. Like if I said, like, because what video games do is like they just kind of like suck you in, they lock you down, and then you're in that chair or couch or whatever for like 3-4 hours, and you don't even realize it. Like last night, I got home at like 6 o'clock. Well, I got on at 7.
Okay.
I didn't take a break till like 10:30, and then I still stayed playing till 1:30. It just time goes by, man. Wow, it sounds like I'm really bashing video games.
Yeah. Completely off subject. It's delayed. It sucks. But if it does, but on the bright side, if it doesn't come out for the holidays, you got more money for the holidays, and then you can just wait till tax time. Which would be a lot easier for me because then I can just buy both of them at the same time. Bruh.
Oh, and you can have like double reviews at the same time.
Yeah, I can let you borrow it. You can test it out, see what you think. Don't turn your nose up at it. Close us out.
All right, guys. This was Game Podcast.
Game podcast?
Gaming Podcast.
Oh, I thought you said
fucking hell. Anyway,
I want a beer.
Thank you guys for tuning in this week. Stay tuned. We are doing a movie, TV show news rundown. Part 2.
Part 2.
Part 2.
2.
So stay tuned for that. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment. We love dislikes and negative comments. It's our favorite thing.
If you don't want to see our faces, mainly Jeff's, Spotify, whatever. Whatever podcast service you prefer.
I don't blame you. But yeah, so make sure you do that and let us know what you think. And I guess until next week, we'll see you there.